beautiful and exciting episode on the Real Talk Show. It has been a while that I haven't seen you guys. It was always the male taking it up, and now the feminine team is here. And of course, I'm excited to be with you on this yet another beautiful episode. And today, like any other day, we bring to you a very great and important topic. And we're going to be tackling an issue that matters most to you, of course, and most importantly, myself and the young people. Now, today we're diving deep into a topic that is often surrounded by silence and stigma. This is something that we don't always talk about, but it is happening. But we have heard about it, of course. This is STI testing and treatment. So, the importance of STI testing and treatment, and we'll be breaking down the myths, sharing the facts, and empowering you with the knowledge you need to take control on your health. Now, this episode is made possible by the incredible efforts of the Youth Response Challenge and the community response at large about STIs, and proudly supported by the Youth Led Advocacy Project, which is founded by CEDA through Action Aid Zambia. Now, to join me in this topic, as you can see, we are a great number of us and great minds I have here. And so we are going to be answering a great plate of important questions. And I have the guests, Inge, who is a technical support officer for health learners. As beautiful as she is, knowledge abides there. And of course, our very own Natasha Kana- Nakanika. Sorry, Natasha, that wasn't on purpose. My tongue had just got so heavy on my tongue. Hi, guys, and welcome to the Real Talk Show. Please, let me start with Inge.
Good afternoon, everyone. Inge here. My name is Inge Landom Sonda. I'm the District Technical Support Officer at Health Learners. It's good to be back on the show. Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, even just so you are coming out so serious. I know we're talking about something serious, but don't scare my people. Yes, please, Natasha.
I'm just processing the butchering of my son, but anyway, it's okay. I get it. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm looking forward to having a very interactive show. Yeah.
For me, I think that is the most important thing. We're not here for question and answer. And also to you, the viewers that are just joining in, please feel free to put in your comments and contributions, and we'll be able to have them running, and just make sure that you're also being part of the show. This show is not Inge's, it's not Natasha's, it's not mine, it's not Brian's, it's our show. So let's talk about what we want to know, and also let's have clarity on what has been bothering us. And of course, we have a male. I don't know why we have a male. Yes, we have a male. Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Faith. How are you? No, I'm happy to be here. A long time. I haven't been on the show, and I'm back, and I'm happy to be here. Just as you mentioned, we're tackling an issue that is very important. And you know, they say what you don't know doesn't kill you, but in health, what you don't know is actually what kills you. Therefore, it is such a good topic to know about STIs and why you should get tested.
Well, thank you so much, Brad. Well, for a second, I thought you're also a guest until I realized that you're literally a host. So you guys, Brian and I are going to be your host for today's show. And we have Natasha and Inge, the beautiful women impacted with full knowledge just to educate us. And like I said, if you have a question, contribution, please feel free to drop in what you want to learn from these people. Remember, they are your friends, and just make it open as possible as you can. And even I will try to be as as free as I should. Just if I'm a victim, Natasha, don't judge me. I mean, I'm human. So to start with my first question, this is going to be for Mrs. Musonda. Now, health learners have a strong presence in schools, and how does your organization specifically integrate STI awareness, prevention, education, and links to testing services within the existing schools health program across Zambia?
Thank you, Faith. So for healthy learners, it's an organization that is just big on having a healthy learner, like a healthy pupil. So we train and educate teachers, or maybe let me use the word empower, uh, to be community health workers. Yeah, so the teacher will take it up from the school side and do the nitty gritties that are needed in health integration. Yeah, so we equip the teachers with that knowledge and they deliver. So for STIs, if a child is or a learner is found to have STIs or they feel they have STIs, they do have like a safe space, which is called a health room in their schools. So they go to that health room and have a one-on-one with a teacher who's equipped with the knowledge, and the teacher will take it up from there, whether to refer them to the health center or to treat. So they have that. They're equipped with that knowledge to cater for those health needs of pupils. So healthy learners is basically just working on the healthy side of a pupil in school, so that we can have a healthy child learning. Yes. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's how it works. So STIs are integrated in the program through health education and like I said, the basic treatment and analysis and screening of pupils that are needed. Yeah, thank you.
All right. I love the fact that you mentioned you equip, or rather you literally have to talk to the teachers and give them the material or the information that they might need to go and extend the teaching process on their pupils themselves. But then I would want to find out, how has been the response with the pupils in schools? How have they responded? Have they been open enough to visit that room that you say they set up to go and speak to somebody with the STI issue? How has it been so far? What would you say, would rating it maybe up on a grade of 1 to 10? Has it been positively? Has the response been encouraging? Do you feel the young people are now opening up more and they have made use of the platform that has been created for them to be treated and be helped? How would you explain that move so far?
Okay, so with the school health program, you can see that it has impacted a lot on these learners because they get to talk about their sexuality as well as many other health challenges that they may be facing in school. Yeah, so this is a room where you can just call a safe space, so to say. Like you can just open up and talk to a teacher because they're equipped with that knowledge to do some health education and all that. Yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say with many other like integrated services that are offered there, I can safely brag to say that we might be even above 10 because children are now like opening up. Yes, so they get the help that they
Yeah.
need from there, get treated for many other illnesses. If they need to be referred to someone great or better, like a health practitioner, they need to be referred. Yeah, so the health rooms are linked to health facilities where we have health practitioners, and these two people are in constant communication. So, like, if the teacher feels they need expert work to be done on the pupil in question, then they'll get that referral and have the child referred to where they need to be. Yeah. So 10 or above.
Beautiful. That is great, Inge. You guys, did you hear that? It's like you have been given an exam question paper. You are told it's out of 100, and you just decides to hit. Well, this is a great one, Inge. I love that. It shows that whatever I think is being implemented, it has been accepted positively. And I just pray that the young people we continue visiting and seeking help that we deserve in that particular area. Before I proceed, Brian, do you have any question or any
Yes.
addition on this question before I proceed?
Yes, she talked about the project just being okay and the score being over 10, which is very beautiful. But also, I would
10
love
over 10 over
yes,
120.
120. And also, Ms. Sonda, I would also love to find out, with your experience working with the young people both in school and out of school, I would love to find out, are there any challenges that you face with regards to connecting young people, to linking the young people to access the services? In this case, services around sexually transmitted infections.
Thank you, Brian, for that question. Challenges are always there, especially in the rural areas. Yeah, because we have these myths and misconceptions surrounding sexual reproductive health and rights. Yeah, so we have children failing to come out and talk about their sexuality because they'll be judged by people in the community. So what we have done as healthy learners, among other services that we offer, we've equipped community stakeholders like champions and the parents and all those to step in when a child is in need of such. And we talk to them about the importance of having discussions around SRH with the children and encourage them that it's okay, children can talk about these things, it's not a taboo and things like that. Yeah. So that's one of the major challenges. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm great. I'm clean.
Yes, Faith.
No. I was just agreeing to her statement.
Yeah, so I wanted to also maybe probe further to say, from the time that you started engaging the community as well as the parents, how has been the response to these issues around sexually transmitted infections? Since some of these young people, like you mentioned, are not able to come out because they fear to be judged.
So the response is good. The response is good because when you deal with the gatekeepers, who are those parents and other people in the community, when you go directly to the problem, then you're having it solved. So when you equip them with the knowledge of sexual reproductive health being okay, talked about, yeah, and all that, I think the response is good because they are learning. And if they can't talk to their children directly, they know where to send the children. That is the health centers or the teachers and other people who can talk to their children about it. But the response is good.
That is really good.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Faith, you see where the 10 is coming.
Yeah. It is on it. But anyway, let's get down now to Natasha with the interest of time. Natasha, you have been too quiet for too long. We also want to hear from you. Now, with you as a youth-led advocacy project manager or project officer, would you start by giving us an overview of the project's primary goals connecting STI, testing, and treatment, and why a youth-led approach is so crucial for this type of advocacy?
Thank you so much, Faith. I'm always humbled to be on the show and just to talk about the work that I'm doing or we are doing, like as the youth platform. So just to get into what Youth-Led Advocacy Project is, I've always said this and I'll continue to say that it is grounded in the belief that we as adolescents and young people are not just beneficiaries of like health programs or health services, but we are like powerful leaders and advocates when it comes to issues that affect us. So our primary goal under the or around STI testing and treatment are in threefold, I would say. So the first one is to increase awareness and knowledge among young people about what sexually transmitted infections are and the availability of the services. Then, secondly, is to reduce the stigma and fear associated with accessing STI care. You know that saying to say, is it benzo? That that treatment for STIs and stuff like that. And then also on the third part, we ensure that youth friendly rights. The services are youth friendly, as well as rights-based services are available and accessible, especially in rural areas and underserved areas, like Inge said in her comment when she was saying about it's crucial for rural areas. So we are ensuring that these services are available in the underserved areas. So why the youth-led approach is crucial. So why this is crucial is because that as young people, we understand our own realities. We speak the language that our peers speak, and we also understand the barriers. In it from accessing the service or misinformation to shame. Also, I feel like we are so creative and we engage creatively and boldly where traditional methods fail or fall short. I'm not saying that they fail, but when they fail, we come in as creative as we can be to just ensure that the services that we create are I don't know which word to use, but speaking the language that we understand. Yeah.
So while I stew on that, you have taken off those projects, and of course, I probably have been able to see the change and the impact. I feel there's no need to continue on a thing if you can't see the results. And you have been in this thing for quite some time. That means there has been results, there has been a feedback, and of course, there has been a reason to keep doing them. Most definitely. Now, while I stew on that, Natasha, the Youth-Led Advocacy Project empowers young people to be agents of change, like you just said. Now, can you share some specific examples of activities or campaigns that your project has undertaken recently to advocate for improved STI services or policies in Zambia?
Okay, so you're absolutely right by asking that question. So one of the activities, the recent activities that we have conducted, I would call it a youth-led, like it's youth-led school sessions, weekend clinics held in partnership with like Ministry of Health through health facilities in the districts that we're operating with, as well as Ministry of Education. So I spoke about youth-led school sessions, which is Ministry of, like we're in partnership with Ministry of Education, and then weekend clinics or outreaches, as people know them, with Ministry of Health. So these activities don't just create safe spaces for young people to talk about, like to talk openly about STI fears, myths, and experiences, but also they, like in schools, young people are linked to it's either the focal point person of the particular facility that is close to their school, as well as during the weekend clinics, young people can access information as well as access the service itself after learning about it. And if they feel like they need to really test for HIV and after being cancelled and whatnot, they have the opportunity to do so. So when it comes to campaigns that we have successfully managed to launch the social media campaign called the Youth Response Challenge. As you know, we're all about youth. So in this Youth Response Challenge, it's mainly we're asking the young people to give us what they feel they need, what is it that they want their friends to know, and stuff like that. So this challenge includes like reels or young people just talking about something, like they go in the community and stuff like that. And then also in schools, we've established like health or life skills clubs that lead peer-to-peer awareness sessions, and some members of our networks are involved to be part of the sessions, as well as the youth response challenge. And if we say like like the change we're seeing is that a lot of young people are coming forth to test, they're sharing information with their fellow young people. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what I can say right now.
No, that is really good, and I guess this
Um,
project is doing the most for the young people.
okay, I
Looking at
got
what
it.
you're doing, putting the young people at the center of your program, your programmings, which is really really good. And also, Natasha, I would love to find out. We've had situations where there are certain policies, or it could be systems that have been put in place that have been hindering young people to access health services. So, on your projects, what kind of policy changes or improvements in service delivery of the youth-led advocacy project currently pushing for, based on the direct input and experience of the young people themselves? You mentioned about the young people being the ones to be the change makers that empowers these young people.
Yeah.
So what are some of those improvements or policy changes that you are currently pushing?
All right, okay. Thank you so much for that question. So, based on the feedback that the youth we work with, we're advocating on changes like the removal of like age of access, right? Like the young people should not have like restrictions from accessing STIs testing or services without parental consent. So that is one of the things that we're doing. But also through the community-led monitoring that we're doing on the project, we have seen that we have, I know it's due to the fact that the US government has stopped their aid to Zambia and stuff like that, and all of these things that are hindering and stuff like that. So we are seeing reduction in STI testing kits and other important commodities that are needed. So one of the things that we're doing is just following up uh, on that, so that we can see how best we can structure the advocacy. And most of the things that were found on the ground is that they say that like the what is that the pain the
Oh,
sorry about that. So I was talking about the what is it called in the chain, like from the ordering of commodities and stuff like that.
Or the supply chain?
So
Supply chain.
yeah, the supply chain of commodities. So when you go to Zamsa, they say that they are giving facilities these commodities, but then when you go to the facility itself, you are not finding. So we're trying to see where is the gap and how best can we structure our advocacy around it. Yeah, I don't know if I've answered that question.
Yes, yes, Natasha, you've really tackled the question really good, and I think from what you're doing as a project and working on it, I think even these improvements that you're trying to push in, the issues of age of consent, I think that also has been really a very very big barrier, because young people are denied the services. They want to access these services, but they're being told to come with parents. So I think going forward, this is the way to go. Thank you so much, Natasha. Faith.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so Natasha, I would also love to find out how has the youth response campaign that your project is running been received by the young people across Zambia? What are some of the most powerful messages or concerns that young people are voicing through this campaign regarding STI testing and just STI treatment?
Okay, so the response, like from the interaction and the discussion that I've seen, the response has been incredibly inspiring. Young people are engaging with the campaign. They're sharing content. They're spreading the information with their fellow young people. So I think the most powerful messages we received includes like them telling you what they want. It's like we want safe private spaces to get tested without being judged. Like they are giving you that information. Like we want information that should be in our languages and reflect real life situations, like real life things. So others would say, like I would just cite some of the comments or the things that they'll say, like, don't wait until you get sick. Like, don't wait for us until we get sick. Give us the preparation tool now. For example, if I go to the facility, I want to access this service, and then they tell me, no, the service is go and come with your parent and stuff like that. But when I am positive and stuff like that, they will definitely come to me. Or when I'm sick, I'll go to the facility and they'll offer the service or the treatment. So young people do not want that.
No, thank you so much, Natasha. And the good part is that those responses are coming from the young people themselves, because
Yeah.
many other times when young people are being just given what to do, but in this case, on your project, it's good that the young people themselves are the ones to voice out, to tell you what they want to see and what they want these health facilities to change. And I think going forward, because it comes from them, it comes from us, the young
Yeah.
people, it means even accessing these services won't be difficult, because it's us who choose how best these services can be given to us. Faith, is
Yeah.
there anything else that you'd want to find out from Natasha regarding the youth led advocacy project?
I feel, I feel like these guys have got the greatest feedback, and above all, they have the ground experience of what is really happening. And what we want to know today is just basically having to spread the gospel to say there is help out there, and if you need it, just get to the right places and you're going to find help. Don't feel like when you're going through a situation there's nobody there is to help you. So if you can't go to the hospital, we've seen Natasha and Inge telling us to say they're even, you know, special places that have been set apart for you to be comfortable and just talk about what you're going through. Now, to the interest of time, we have a lot of questions and we have a lot of experience and, of course, a lot of knowledge from both of you guys that have come to be our guest today to give us what is going on the ground. I'll just quickly go down to Inge and just want to find out beyond general awareness, how does healthy learners work to ensure that adolescents and young people that are both in school and out of school who might suspect they have an STI or simply want to get tested know where to go and feel comfortable accessing those services through your initiatives? Because I know they have, like you have mentioned, you are talking to teachers in schools, but how can one go about? And you talked about rural areas, and I'm sure some people that are watching today might not even be in your specific area of residence at the moment. But if they want to speak to somebody, what is the right place I could go to for me to be helped in this particular aspect?
Thank you, Faith. So beyond the classroom, we have integrated with people in the community as well. So these people in the community will act like champions um, for the school health program. Meaning they'll tackle out of school learners, also people who've never been in school, and also the learners. Um, and we also have what we call the health captains in schools, and body groups. So these body groups are basically like a group of your comfort zone, like you have your friends, like paired people, like where you come from, you're paired, and you can discuss everything with this body of yours. So those interventions are really scaling up the program, because if I have a buddy who I can open up to and they are brave enough to help me escalate my problem somewhere, or brave enough to escort me to seek a service or to talk to someone, or rather if I have the knowledge as a buddy, I talk to someone. Yeah, so those are interventions that really helping beyond the training of health teachers and basic screening and all. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that is a beautiful one. Now, Inge, most of the times when you have shows like this, people believe we are just here to talk because we just time. But I think it gets even more convincing when personal stories are shared, making people believe we are because of it. We are here because of the road, but even where you are right now, these things are happening. Now, with regards to that, I would want you to have a moment to just share a personal success story or impactful moment where your involvement made a real difference in an adolescent or young person, that is in relation to STI awareness or treatment.
Thank you, Faith. Success stories are there, a lot of them. Yeah, like I mentioned, we have trained these community champions, right? And in the region where I am, there's a lot of fishing going on. So learners drop out of school, they go to camp for that business thing, and you know how it is at campsites. Yeah, so young children at that side, and girls, adolescents, boys, you know, their knowledge is not much. So they start looking at things like they are normal, like the sexual activities happening, the early marriages and stuff like that when it's a trading area. Yeah, so we have equipped knowledge and community champions. And one of the stories is that one champion actually managed to rescue some learners from a shore. Yeah, and brought them back to school where they re-enrolled. So what I'm saying is that those learners, among those learners were girls and young boys. They had gone that side. I'm not saying they had STIs or something. They were not tested um, after being brought. They were not tested. So possibilities of them having STIs whilst that side was very high, because if you look up Wapula province and Ministry of Health data shows that STIs are very common in adolescents, and that's because of the fishing that's going on there. So when they set camp and young people go and do the trading that side, trading is not only for fish but also the sexual trading and other sorts of trading going on. So it's highly likely that these learners must have, you know, yeah, so it was just nice that they were rescued early enough, but I'm sure there are more learners out there that what's this, that might be having that exposure to STIs. because of the same trait. Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, Inge, for that. And I'm sorry, guys, like we're literally running out of time, but I just want us to get as much as we can. Now, this is for you, Natasha. How has the youth response campaign that your project is running been received by the young people across Zambia and other regions? What are some of the most powerful messages or concerns that young people are voicing through this campaign regarding STI testing and treatment? Now, this question is also in connection with your earlier statement where you said you have brought about a campaign where you have rather a platform where young people are just openly talking about what they're going through and also voicing out more like an open space for them. How has been the response on that and how's it been going so far? Would want to hear the feedback and just see how much of an impact this campaign has been.
Hi, Faith. Thank you so much. I think I had alluded to it earlier when Brian had asked, where I was talking about that young people have really uh, been part of this conversation, like the youth response challenge, and some of the comments that they've shared are like they are talking about them, like telling us what they need to see when they go to facilities, as well as like what they want. Like, do not allow us to be sick before you access to us. Give us the freedom to test now when we come without the restrictions that are attached to it. So yeah, basically the youth response challenge is community led. Like, so it's community led responses. Everything that is happening in the communities. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Natasha. I think you did explain very well on how the young people's messages have really been coming through, and what the young people are suggesting that they should, what the young people are suggesting that should be put in place, and that is really good from the young people as well as you. They implement the project owners, providing that platform for the young people to come through and express their views. And I want to ask the last question in the interest of time to Ms. Muswanda. From your perspective, what do you believe are the most important next step in advancing STI prevention and support within school-based health programs?
Thank you, Brian, for that question. I think interventions that can be put in place, integrating sexual reproductive health rights in I know there's a lot of debate going on with Ministry of Education and sexual talks and things like that, but what we can do is maybe just integrate that sexual health talks are prioritized, because I mean, we are talking about ourselves, we're talking about things that we do. So if that can be prioritized beyond the other services that we offer in the health rooms at the schools, that could be best. But for starters, what Health Learners is doing is linking these health rooms to health facilities, and also encouraging the health facilities to have like a space, so like the youth friendly space. So if that space is there enough, and if the teacher won't have that free will to talk about this sex and all these sexual reproductive health rights things, and you know it's very hard to break policy, we can maybe just strengthen the referral system to these youth friendly spaces, because that side adolescents can open up and talk about their sexuality when they feel like. and we have people to guide them and all those things. So I think the referral system has been strengthened, and these people can be sent to the youth friendly spaces as we wait to advocate for policy change. Yes.
That is a beautiful one. Now, the last question for you, Natasha, in the best possible, fastest way that you can, as an advocate. You know those things when you have 5 pages and you're only given 2 minutes to summarize something? This is what I want you to do now. So, in the quickest way possible that you can answer this, looking forward, what are the next major milestones or strategic plans for the Youth Led Advocacy Project? How do you envision the project continuing, of course, to influence the landscape of STI prevention and treatment for young people in Zambia, to be specific?
All right, okay, thank you so much, Faith. So, one of the things that we are going to continue doing is having our weekend clinics, of course. Those are platforms that are still providing the services for young people, as well as the school awareness sessions, the mentorship sessions. We're still going to continue having those. And then the other things that we're going to continue having is like the campaign. The campaign continues to run throughout the year, and we're not stopping. So those are some of the things that we're doing, and we're also continuing to be on the show and to talk about these things, because we don't know who the young who the information is going to reach. So we are hoping to reach as many young people as possible. And the Youth Led Advocacy Project is not just a project. So yeah, we're hoping to bring leaders, mothers on board to ensure that these young people have access. Yeah. So if the facility says the young people cannot come and access because of policy, we're going to be influencing the mothers to take the children, young girls, to facilities. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Natasha, I don't think I would want you to talk to save my life if you're given a second to speak. I think I would call for Brian. Well, guys, there's always that burning word that each person would want to say, if you haven't heard anything from the start of this show, please take away this. In 10 seconds to each, starting with Inge, what is your last word for the people that are following this show today? You're muted in there and your 5 seconds is done.
Sorry,
5 seconds.
I'm 10 seconds. Okay, sorry. For young people, adolescents, have a buddy, talk to someone on your sexuality. It's okay to say no if you feel like you can't give in the sex that someone wants. So STIs are life threatening. They have effects that are life threatening. So just on yourselves, on your sexuality, have buddies to talk to someone you trust, and everything is gonna be okay. If you're found with those things, we can sort them out.
10 seconds. I hope there are gentlemen and men and adolescents watching. These are the most gentle women I've hit. I am not gentle. I would speak a dictionary in 10 minutes. Natasha, 10 seconds. What is your burning last word to the viewers today?
Okay, I'll just echo Inge's words. I'm asking young people out there to be set apart. Don't feel the need to impress buyers. Yeah, don't feel the need to impress buyers. Just be yourself. It's okay to say no. Yeah, it's okay to say no. And there's a lot of information out there. Just feel free to speak to someone, like Inga said, have a buddy, or talk to community champions that are in the field. The young people that you see are not judgmental. Speak to them about. Also, I always say you can always text us. You can always text us and ask us how best we can help you, and you can remain anonymous. That is one thing that you can always do. please, if you have a burning question, a burning issue, don't forget what I've just mentioned. But in it all, be set apart.
Yo, most humble women. Brian, my fellow host, you and I, we know this business. In 5 seconds, your last words, my guy.
In 5 seconds, to the young people, please guard your health jealously. Get tested, know what is going on with your body. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think with those, I'll end here before Faith you crucify
How
me.
many seconds are you guys giving me? How many seconds are you giving me, guys?
I'm just giving you 3 seconds.
In 3 seconds on your sexuality, don't forget, if you forget everything that we talked about today, remember your health is your wealth. Nobody will take care of your health more than yourself. Platforms and places to go for treatment are there. Make time and make it. On that note, that was 3 seconds, guys. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for having joined us for this particular show. We are really, really excited. To Natasha and Inge, I appreciate you guys. You have given us the knowledge we didn't know. I, for one, I didn't know that I can talk to that. Natasha, that project I am in. And Brian, my guy. On the other side. Well, on that note, that is the end of today's episode on the Real Talk Show. Catch us again next week, same time, same place, and of course with another topic. Remember, if it is not the real talk, then it is not real. Thank you so much for joining us and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye.